Hey guys, and welcome to another Factorio mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thanks for joining me. Today we are going over the induction charging mod. Now this one is pretty cool. It allows you to charge things in your power armor just by being in your power network. It adds a new item to the game, this induction coil, which is a module you can insert into modular armor, Power Armor Mark II, or anything above that if you're using mods. And it'll pull power from your network if you're within range of a power pole here, or any type of power grid, and it'll pull power from it and charge stuff in your armor, which I think is really great because the solar panels are, in my opinion, pretty crappy and worthless. Their power output isn't great, and then they only charge during the day, obviously because they're solar panels. But this will charge just anytime you're in a power network. So maybe a decent strategy would be, if you're doing like a main bus system or something, and you have a running path down the side, maybe make sure the whole thing is covered with a power grid, and then when you run down it, you're just constantly getting charged or something like that. So how does this work? Now, it actually is a little bit complicated. I would definitely suggest reading through the mod portal page before downloading it. I will try to explain it here, though. So you take this guy, and it gives some good explanations here. So an induction coil for use in equipment grid. Standard range of power poles to tap power. To receive power, the received power is distributed over all batteries in the grid. Use multiple coils for higher throughput if necessary. So first off, you have to have batteries. These won't just power your your exoskeletons or shields or anything by themselves. You have to have batteries for the power to actually go into. Now, I have batteries here, and I am in range. We are charging, and you can see here it has a nice GUI up here. So throughput, it's currently essentially charging at a rate of 7.5 kilowatts. Charge, this shows how much it's charged of my batteries, and then full and how long. So this is going to take a long time, right, which is one of these. But they're not too expensive, just an advanced circuit and 5 cable, and you can stack, you can not literally stack, but you can put these together to get more. So if I put another one in here, you'll see the throughput went up, and if we do 4, the throughput went up even more. This is a pretty ideal thing. It says on the mod portal that currently having a grid of 4 is the best. It says it's currently balanced so that a 4x4 grid of coils is exactly 100%. Now I think the percentage is a little messed up because the percent doesn't change regardless of how many I add. But actually, if we want a 4x4 coil or grid, we're going to have to expand out a little bit here. There we go. So that is pretty much maxed out there. That's a max. You can pretty much, that's 100%. You can do more, I think, if you add even more of these. But you can see there now it's only going to take 2 minutes to charge these batteries rather than an hour. And on top of that, it does add some technology, which I have not researched on purpose. And this allows you to essentially increase how good they are. So this one increases their throughput and the efficiency of them. And then, all the way through, obviously. So if we go ahead and grab that. So currently we're at 240 kilowatts. We do that. You can see it just way jumped up to 480. It doesn't give you new coils, but it just increases how good they are. Now, a couple other things to note here is that they get bonuses when they're adjacent to each other, and they get even more bonus when they're not adjacent to non-coils, if that makes sense. So the way I have it here is good. If this battery were moved over, I'm pretty sure it would reduce how good they are. And we can even just see here, if I do that, it actually doesn't change. Okay. Because it says here, per adjacent coil that is not adjacent to a non-coil. So I thought that would have changed it, but perhaps not. Anyway, this is really cool, and I'm actually going to quickly drag over here the mod portal just to show you some of the information. So there's tons of explanation here, and it shows, you can see the colors change as it gets more powerful. And you can see here, so tier 1 is what we had initially. And this is the throughput efficiency of 10%, and this is how much it pulls from the grid. So it pulls a lot more from the grid than you're actually going to get, right? It pulls 150 kilowatts, but with an efficiency of 10%, you're actually only getting 12 kilowatts of that, or 15. But then you have to factor in the efficiency here and stuff, and it has a base score of 0.5 per adjacent coil, 0.05, and then this part here as well. And they kind of just give like a breakdown. So, like note that the multiplier only affects the throughput metric. Cost will scale up accordingly, and efficiency will stay the same. And then usage, they kind of just give a calculation here. So at tier 1 with a single coil in your armor, like I started out with, you'll drain 15 kilowatts base throughput. That's what that is. Times 0.5 coil throughput multiplier divided by 10% efficiency equals 75 kilowatts. So you'll drain 75 kilowatts from the grid, but you'll actually only be charging at a rate of 7.5 kilowatts because 75 times 10% efficiency. So you do have to take that into account. And then lastly, there are options in here. So we'll go back to the game. There are options in your mods sections here. You can like change the update and stuff if you're having performance problems with it, like if it's taking too much UPS or something. And it's pretty much just in this menu here. So if you want, you can tweak how good it is as well, but the dev says that they do feel it's pretty balanced as is. But if you don't want it this way, then you can change these numbers here to whatever you want. So there you go, guys. It's a really cool mod. I'm very happy to see something like this out there because those stupid solar panels are like worthless. So being able to charge your armor just from, or the stuff in your armor from a grid is really nice. That's going to do it. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you found it helpful. Link in the description to the mod portal. If you're interested, leave your thoughts down below as always. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.